welcome to my playthrough of State of Decay 2. It is one of my favourite games of all time, and that is the main driver as to why I wanted to start my channel with playing this game. One of the other reasons is that the developers very clearly love this game. They are constantly updating it. Up until recently, I suppose, considering State of Decay 3 is now their final challenge, and probably their main focus. So up until a few months ago, we were having constant updates. There's a cat here now, because that's important. Hi. You gonna keep walking or? No, okay. He's just gonna be there in the periphery. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to use State of Decay 2 as my starting game. I'm very familiar with it. I've played it a dozen times or so. By no means does that mean that I am good at it. It's still a bit of a challenge here and there, depending on the difficulty I choose, but I think that makes it a little bit more exciting. If you, like me, are not great with all-out gore, horror, jump scares like you see in a lot of other games like this, State of Decay is a great series for you. It offers zombies, gore, gunfights, disgusting things, everything you need, but is also very much about building your own community and being able to create a small faction of people that can both withstand the zombie apocalypse as well as being able to defend themselves from other kind of rogue communities. So it's very heavily weighted in driving, in resource collection, and community building. So it's a game that has its place in my heart, and I really hope you enjoy it. So let's kick this off again. All right.
I have another task for you. Details forthcoming.
Cool. Okay, so I currently have a few missions. Just gonna have to remember how to play this game. A few missions sorted. So when you first start the game, it'll prompt you to promote a leader. In order to have a leader in your community, you need to have them develop their skills and become almost like popular within the community in order for them to be in the campaign, to be the leader of the community. Early on, as I select each of these characters, understanding we've got Citizen, and she's quite low in her standing, and that's only because we've just started up. Same thing with Latonia, and it seems like Cooper is kind of in the running here. I think he's one of my pool characters, so that's why his skills are all down the bottom yellow. I've developed him in an earlier game, and the other two are still, learning. So, no one can be the leader just yet. So we'll just move on to the goal of Mysterious Broadcast. So I've chosen the Meager Valley map. This is one of 5 maps, I believe, and it's mainly based on the fact that I have not played this map as much as the other ones. So when you start out, you pick a map, you also pick a difficulty. I've decided to start with a dread difficulty. This is slightly more difficult than when you first start the game out, but because I have a lot of practice playing this game, I do want to be challenged to a degree. So I put on dread difficulty, which means that a lot of the plague hearts that you see on the map here are kind of everywhere, a bit more intense. You've got a few more intense twists in the game with your curveballs up the top. So if I was to be on a lower difficulty, you would have less plague hearts to contend with and less zombies all around. I think less hordes as well, so zombies kind of packing together and make them harder to defeat. So, yeah. So one of the reasons I love this game is mainly because I love to collect things. I think that this is just like a very human thing to go through and have like this impulse to collect everything. And when you start out, resources for your community are really important. So I don't really want to take on all these guys in hand combat, so I'm just going to knock them all down. The game's telling me that by killing zombies, many zombies in this area, I can wake up a dormant plague heart. So I just need to be a bit careful when I do stuff like that. So the map will show you different icons. You jump out, you basically search those icons and those areas for different resources. What the icons represent depends, you know, you would get different resources depending on what icons you're choosing to loot. So in this case, this is just like a coffee stand. With these coffee stands, you're getting a lot of the time, you're getting like loose parts, you're getting maybe some circuitry, which helps when you're upgrading your home base. So my car's looking a little bit janked up at the moment, and because I'm early in the game, I don't know whether I'm able to... Ooh, he's really losing health very fast. Sorry, stamina very fast. I don't know whether I'm able to maintain my vehicles very well at this stage. So in the boot, we've got a toolkit, which are so vital in this game, especially as you first start out. Usually you can find them around the place.
I stay on my toes while I'm in plague territory.
But in kind of a dread difficulty, you are going to find less and less essential items like that, and you have to just at your base have a mechanic in order to create those toolkits from scratch, as well as a mechanic's workshop. So there's a lot of driving in this game. If you don't like driving, you're not gonna love this game. It can become tedious, but there's no fast traveling in this game. So a lot of it is kind of adventuring around the map, and it's quite important for quite important for some missions. Some of them are like time trial missions. So if you're able to just get from A to B really quickly, it does nothing for you to go up against a time trial mission. So this is important because we're able to kind of learn where everything is on the map, and yeah, pretty much. All right, let's get back to base. So your base on the mini-map is marked with a green arrow. They didn't used to do that. That was actually a relatively new development. This previously, you just become really familiar with the map and you know where your home base is.
Killing zombies is exciting, but it's not action movie exciting. I have an idea to fix that.
So yeah, so it becomes something that can be quite tedious if you don't exactly know where your base is when you're first starting out, but you become more and more familiar with it as you go. Alright, let's stash some of our odds and ends. What do we got? Yep, that's all he kind of needs. Take some more bullets maybe. So Cooper is seeming quite tired. He's got low stamina and he's got a few injuries, so the best thing I can do is switch him out for somebody else, especially early on in the game where a lot of these characters don't have a higher base stamina or higher base health. As the game progresses and their skills get better and better, these bars get larger and you're able to run around for longer and survive more attacks.
Don't die out there.
Switch. Okay, so Latonia has
Maybe I
a
should get started on that.
base mission.
I came here
she
to
wants
kick
us
ass
to do.
and chew bubblegum, but I'm out of bubblegum.
That was the lamest thing I've heard anyone in this game say. A lot of the time, they're actually pretty funny. Like, I think some of the offhand dialogue in this game is really good. Just throwaway lines, obviously, nothing too intense unless you're actually in a mission and you're talking to people. But yeah, that one was pretty bad. Okay, I want to see whether I'm able to make toolkits. I can't remember whether anybody on my team at the moment. Actually, I'm gonna have to upgrade that anyway. Cool. Toolkits and Molotovs. Yeah, I actually don't think I have anyone. Do I have a mechanic? Oh no, I do. She's a mechanic. Okay, cool. So you have to have someone with an auto mechanic skill, or a mechanical skill, in order to create toolkits. I could do that, but I need, what did she say? Sorry, I was distracted by my own talking. Circuitry, which is very doable. Like I said about that coffee place, there's certain areas that give you a lot of circuitry, and especially if you're running around a neighborhood for the first time, there's sometimes like circuitry boxes and stuff just by the side of the road, under telephone poles and things like that. So, oh, okay, so this car that she wants is just down the road. They're making it quite easy for us as we first start out. It's legitimately like next door. Okay. Oh. I don't think I've had this mission before. They are definitely updating stuff. So like I said before, like one of the problems with hitting zombies with your car this early on is that if you don't have a way to fix it, like have a stash of toolkits, then you can basically make your car inoperable. So this is fun, but it's still it's still a bit risky when you're first getting a new car. You don't want to be going out of your way to smash into zombies unless you absolutely need to, like this mission. Sorry, really, really bad driving today. Nice.
Time for a real challenge. Didn't somebody see a feral nearby
Oh,
earlier?
sweet Jesus. Okay.
Our actions lately are putting the entire community at risk.
I'm taking that feral to the bank. The blood bank.
I shouldn't have talked up how funny this game is. Sweet Jesus. Cool. So let's go find a feral and hopefully not explode the car at the same time.
Time to look around.
Ooh, okay. Okay, so we also have a screamer, which is one of the freaks in the game. They make a lot of noise, and screamers essentially bring more zombies into the area that you're in. So you want to kill them as quickly as possible. Okay, ferals. Ferals are the fast ones. They are fast, they are vicious. If you're on foot and you're low health, they will 100% try and kill you, and usually can do so. One of the pluses, though, about having a car when fighting a feral is that you can basically tempt them into being on your car, and then you can ram them into a tree or what have you. So this is my current plan, whether it shakes out. Okay, good. Sometimes I miss the tree completely, because I am an incredible driver and everybody says so. Okay. Nice. So my car's looking pretty good. Because I'm flush with toolkits, which I'm not, and that's 100% sarcasm, I'm not going to be able to fix this anytime soon. Let us park it in one of our parking spots. I used to sit here and like try really hard to get them parked straight. It does not matter even at all, but in my brain it matters. So I do it like that, and then everyone's impressed with me. Okay. What was I doing? Circuitry, I suppose. Yes, good. I'm gonna go and see if I can find some circuitry. I want to be able to try. Ugh. I was gonna say craft my own toolkits, but what I need to do actually is to update my workshop first. Let's run, because doing a light jog in this game is gonna get me nowhere. There's gnomes everywhere in this game.
I was out and about for a bit, so I brought back a
I
few things.
feel like the art designers are trying to tell us a story. I don't know whether there's actually some kind of achievement attached to shooting all the gnomes. I've never done it. And that's just kind of... It's a maybe. Like, I don't even know if that's possible, to be completely honest. My neighbours just walked by and they were looking at me. They look all beautiful and dressed up to go out, so... Definitely not comparing myself to them. I have friends. Okay, where are we going? Circuitry? Let's have a look. There may be nothing over here at all, so running around to a stoplight may just be wasting my time. At least I'm getting cardio skills, that's cool. And it being daylight makes it a lot less risky too. At night, you're getting a lot more zombies out and about, a lot more blood plague zombies. Yeah, nothing here. So it's, yeah, definitely more risky, but at this stage, I'm okay, because I think it's probably late afternoon, so not as spooky out here. I think I'm on a fool's errand here. I think I need to go to the middle of maybe some town centres a little bit more. And try there. I was just hoping that box on the corner would give me something. Let's not go up here because there's extra zombies and I don't need to do that. There's no real issue with taking down every zombie you see outside of, you know, running out of stamina and potentially blunting and damaging your weapons. But this game is pretty generous. Even on dread difficulty, it's pretty generous with its weapon distribution. So usually not too bad. Just so this is not a lost cause, I'm going to see if I can loot anything else around this area. Okay, so I have to go across the road. Good thing I checked, there's a horde right there. Okay. Let's just loot a house. Yeah. So this game is a lot of running around, a lot of driving around, a lot of collection of resources. I can understand why that's probably not everybody's bag. It's probably not a lot of people's bag, but I personally really like it. I find it kind of cathartic as well. It's like survival, but a whole lot more. What? I killed you, dude! Yeah, okay. A whole lot more zombie attacks than like your regular just going to the grocery store. So, a little bit more exciting. Get some stuff from the Bounty Burger.
Could be worse.
Yeah, there you go. So there's a weapon, which is great. Might even switch out for that because I reckon that's a better weapon than what she's already got. Chemicals, my favorite. Let's start a drug lab.
Good enough.
Pure beans. Usually, looting a house is not going to get you a rucksack full of medical supplies.
Now.
When you first start out, the area that the easiest house to kind of hole up in, that area is usually
Okay.
has a few more resources than normal. So, I bet if I was on the hardest possible difficulty, that wouldn't be a factor at all. But yeah, they're pretty nice in this game. They help you out as much as humanly possible.
It's locked. Figured. Well, that was noisy.
Holy shit. Let's see what we got. Please be a toolkit. Parts. Why? Oh, parts. An album.
If any of you could give us a hand, we'd appreciate it.
Oh boy. Okay. So I've already got a rucksack, so I can't take a second one. So I'm gonna have to leave this here for now. Sounds like neighbors need some help. Hello, Horde. Ooh. So this is a bloater. Bloaters explode and cover you in green gas and are really awful. And so try and pop them as much as you can.
Don't breathe any of that.
Ah, and these ones also do damage to other zombies. Most don't, but I believe this is a curveball effect. Curveballs are, once again, a relatively recent change that they've made to the game that just makes things a little bit more interesting. Prior to curveballs, things were fine. Like, I still enjoyed it, but it definitely wasn't as exciting as it has been with, or challenging with curveballs. So what they do, essentially, they're randomized events. Each event is different. I think the one that is current is that bloaters, certain bloaters will explode and have more damage in their explosion that can really harm you if you're close. Whereas usual bloaters basically just gas you. So you're coughing, you're losing some health, some stamina, and you just need to get out of their way as quickly as possible. So,
Take care of yourself now.
resource-wise, I'm doing pretty good. I mean,
Fly
well,
run?
I'm
Check.
doing well.
What else you got?
Superman does good. I do well. Let's dump our crap. Okay. So it looks like there's another community quite close who wants some
All right,
food.
hold on.
I think
I'm
we
on my
can
way.
make that work.
That's a load off my mind.
Quit that. Cool. So, let's see if my other mate wants to help me out. Excuse me. So, you can assign yourself a follower, which is usually just another
Hi
person in
there.
the team. Oh, she does not sound good. She sounds very hurt.
Later.
Let me just have a look. So I can check to see what the health is like. What? She's fine. She doesn't even have... Nah, she's fine. At the top it's telling me that she's 98 health out of 104, so... What a ham.
Hi there.
Come
I
on.
need a hand. Yours will do.
Of course I'll go with you.
How friendly. Even though this is a mission that is just down the road, I'm gonna take a car because it's unwise to be running around at night in the dread zone this early in the game. Later on in the game, where you have a huge base full of people and you can kind of chop and change between people and give everyone enough time to rest and recuperate, you can run around at night as much as you want. But at this stage, we don't have a great deal of bullets. We only have 3 community members, so taking extra risks by running around at night means that you could just run into a bunch of hordes and then you end up being completely swamped by zombies and yeah, you can get in the shits. Nice. Okay. So I know these guys want food, it's just whether or not I know where to get it.
Glad to hear it.
Cool. So completing missions and getting food and other resources for other communities means that they then love you. You build your kind of your standing with them, and that's why their icon is blue, because I did a favor for them a little bit earlier on. God, that's loud. Nice. And so they already love me, but I'm still gonna get them some food because I'm not a monster. Like you son.
God, I am so sick of plague zombies.
Whew. I love this ute, but my god, is she slow to turn around. So I've changed my mind. I think I might pull in here and get some food supplies. That's always a good sound. You got him? Nice. That's why you get people to follow you. Whoa!
Nobody else is home. But with a plague heart around, that won't last.
I'm risking a lot by fast searching at night. So you can slow search by holding Y or whatever button is applicable, but you know, fast searching is an option, but there's a likelihood that you can also screw it up and make a big noise and have zombies running from all corners of the earth.
Nothing more to find here. Let's go.
Cool, no food. Nice. This is just what I want. What else have we got? So that's a medical facility. Farmhouse. Oh, hell yeah. Circuitry? Come on. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Now, weapon remains. Girl, you're tracking zombies. Although you did just save my ass, so I'll stop blaming things on you. So it looks like this value wagon place will have some food, potentially. And just so you know, you can sneak in this game. I just run around like a moron because I'm not as scared of this game as I used to be. The first time I played this game, I was crawling everywhere and it took forever and I was so stressed the whole time. It was not fun, and yet I persevered and nice, and ended up loving this game so very, very much. You can also have a torch, which I probably should have used much earlier on, my apologies. Yeah, once again, I think being familiar with the game means that you are
Boring.
definitely not as cautious and you're not using all the bells and whistles sometimes. And I will give you a caveat, just because I've played this game a lot, by no means I'm good at it. I am not. I still have people in my community
Now that's heavy.
getting murderized like 24/7. I don't have the skills that some people who play horror games, or at least, you know, semi-horror games like this, do have. I love this game because I am bad at it. I think it makes it more fun. I think if I, you know, just...
Okay, time to put this place behind us.
I think if I just drive straight into a telephone pole in a speeding car, it's very fun for me, even if I didn't intend to do it. So,
Alright, lead the way.
switching characters so we can actually have some space in our bags. What was I saying? Who knows? Cool, so I got some food. Let's risky business and run back to the car. Oh, Waterloo. Nice. Hello. She got there before I did. What a shame. I like murdering. Okay, let's bring them some food. Pause for a second. Cool. Can edit that part out. I just had to make sure I was actually recording. I had one of those moments where I was like, I don't know if I pressed record. I think we're okay. We'll see. No, it says we're okay, so we should be okay. You can also put the headlights on on your car. Sorry. I clearly like to live on the wild side. And as you drive around, you'll learn more and more that there are certain things. Nice. There are certain things that, oh god, just smooth. Certain things that you can drive through, and certain other things you cannot drive through. Yeah, it's always fun to figure that one out. Hi Mick, get out of my way, dude. Sean. Oh, I'm supposed to be giving it to Sean. Sorry, Sean. That was rude.
Bye now.
Oh, sorry. That's because my mate has
Yes?
the food. Let's switch back to
Of
her.
course I'll go with you.
Sean, which one are you? All the white dudes
Fight
look the
training
same.
isn't just about learning to kill. It can relieve stress.
I love how they always shove each other. It's
If
amazing.
your community doesn't have a place to train, the Zeds may be the least of your worries.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So that is their food run done.
Gracias.
I'll probably do one more mission if there is one, and
Now these red tags know how to get stuff done.
then see how we go. I'm trying to listen to some of the dialogue that goes on in the game, and some of it's really pertinent, and then other parts is just rambling. And do I know a lot about rambling? It's one of the reasons I'm doing this right now. Okay, so once again, not paying attention to my own thing. Cleaning the shop, hay burners, cool.
Copy.
So where
We'll
are
get on
these
it
guys?
ASAP.
Thanks. We're tired of not using our skills. Cars are our passion, and we want to work on them again.
I'm also tired of not using my skills.
Seems rash to me, but okay.
I just don't know what my skills are yet. I just know that I'm tired of not using them. Alright. Let's go back to Cooper and ask him what his deal is. Why is he so bitter? Why do you not let me have any fun? So as you're first establishing the leadership in the group, there's a lot of kind of like interrelational conversational stuff going on within the group, because each of the characters has their own personality traits. They also have their own motivation in this story. So let's have a look, see if I can show you. Not really. I thought I could. I guess not. So they give you their personality traits there under the traits heading, but there's also a way to functionally figure out, and I don't remember. Who knows? It's not a thing apparently, because I can't find it, so it doesn't exist. That's basically the way it works. So essentially all I'm trying to say is that there are 4 types of leaders that you can choose from in this game, depending on who your characters are already established as the game starts. So there's warlord, trader, builder, and sheriff. Okay, so I'm gonna go talk to Cooper, see what his dealio is. And he's asleep. He's talking in his sleep. Nice. We're not going to risk our necks for a bunch of strangers, are we? Finding working cars is a big deal these days, totally worth the risk. Yeah, so I'm not gonna say no to that. Like I was talking about with toolkits before, it's super important to have functional vehicles, and befriending a community of mechanics is something that the game prompts pretty early on, so you can certainly say yes or no depending on what you're feeling. But yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer for most people. There are other communities that you can get. I don't want to give too much away for people who are playing this for the first time, but there are some communities that that aren't necessarily good people and that are gonna maybe take advantage of you. So that's just something you have to kind of keep an eye on. So I don't have a lot of bullets, which is fine. So let's go and talk to Brian. Where did I put my car? Yeah, over here. So technically I could be parking my car in the car spots that I put the red car in, but this just seems more functional. The only plus to doing that is that you can basically, you can kind of upgrade your car from the car spots, but that's after you get like a car upgrade kit, and that's pretty advanced in this game. So there's no real reason to be doing this just yet. So this is another example of like how the map kind of gives a bit of story.
Let's not go near that plague zombie over there.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I love the little, I mean, they're not really Easter eggs, it's just part of the environment, but I love that they're telling a story with some of the bodies and some of the graves and some of the situations. It's kind of like Fallout, where you go into a public bathroom and there's, you know, a skeleton on the toilet with a plunger on their head or something. Like it's fun in that capacity. Those graves though, not fun. Not a good example of fun. Because I've lured a zombie to their community, they're all freaking out and I can't talk to them until the zombie is dead. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's sort this out.
Glad to hear it.
Okay, so they're just asking me to clear out an area that they could then take as a home base.
Sure,
And we'll
whatever.
be happy. Hopefully it's not too far away. Huh. Tell Erica when you're ready. Oh, okay. So I got in my car too early. I have to ask this woman to come along with me. Come on, Erica, let's do this. On my way, sure.
Whatever you say, boss.
Let's get going. Let's do it. Let's go. How far is it? Oh, that is not close. That's fine. That's fine. We will be okay. Ah! We'll definitely be okay if I'm going to keep driving like this. 100%. Okay, let's see how fast we can get there. This car is not built for speed, that's for sure. And I could have objectively tried to bring the red car, but the red car only has 2 seats, so I wouldn't be able to bring Erica with me. And it's pretty funny, if you have a mission where you need to take an extra follower and you have more than 2, I told you I was a good driver, but this is genuinely part of the fun of this game. It's just careening into creeks and whatnot. Dude in a cool hat.
Loader, don't let it get close.
Yeah, sorry. So when you already have a follower and you need a third person tax on, which is pretty rare. Usually you can only have 2 people. You have a 2-seater car, then one of those people, whoever doesn't get to the seat first, ends up running after the car the whole
Okay,
time.
here we are.
And so if you end up on the other side of the map, oh, that reverse speed is painful.
Take that, you feral fuck.
Oh, nice.
Abandon ship.
Ah! Okay. See, that is why I need auto mechanics, because this is what I do to my cars. And that explosion will attract more zombies. Ah. Thank God this is the mission I'm doing. Okay, so to make sure they're all dead. Most efficient, maybe not efficient, because that was definitely efficient. Most tactical and, I guess,
Can't do it.
skilled players will not just drive a car into a workshop. They will, you know, stealth in and kind of, or pick people off from afar. So yeah,
got a
that's just my
friendly nearby.
main tactic, is just driving headlong into a mission.
Watch all directions.
Okay, cool. So we have completed that mission. The auto mechanics then kind of just warp to their shop, and then I can kind of complete the mission by talking to them, and hopefully
Much
they'll
obliged.
love me,
Take care.
because that's the only reason I do anything,
You know, I help too, right?
to get strangers to
Hello.
love me.
Hey there. Make yourself at home.
Cool. So now they're blue on the map, and they'll have toolkits for sale, as well as just some other like random things, probably weapons and spare parts and stuff like that. That's helpful. I definitely will need a toolkit for this car, as you can see. My baby. And yes, so okay, so I think we'll leave it there. I really love this game, really recommend it. Think that it's something that everyone should at least try to play at least once. Understanding if it's not really your scene, all the running around collecting things can get tedious, the driving can take a while. Ever since fast travel became a thing in games, I think I've felt completely in love with it, and we are very spoiled in that capacity. So yeah, so I think when it comes to games that have that option, this certainly does not have it. But I think this game is just so, I mean, it's scenically beautiful, it's well put together, there is variability in the maps, and yeah, you just fall in love with the gameplay, or at least I have. So yeah, thank you for joining me and enjoying this game with me. And I'll talk to you guys next time.